Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Honeywell and we're playing Settlement Survival. I did the employee shuffle to open up our farms and I penciled in some buildings. But we have some really interesting things to decide this episode, namely how to spend our tech points. We have 3 really good options and yeah, I'm just not sure. Let's up the pace just a tiny bit and let's take a look. As I was putting all of our workforce in these farms, agriculture is really tempting right about now. We have 4 points, soon to be 5. We could spend 3 points and go right down here to farming efficiency, which would increase the sowing and harvest speed by 100%. That would be really nice. It's good and we like it, and it would free up some labor. But honestly, it's probably not a serious consideration just because our other options are more impactful. It's really between these two right here. Health and happiness is king, just like education. If you look up here again at our little happiness here, if we get this into the high range, we increase worker efficiency by 10%. That means we're going to sow and harvest these fields 10% faster. Our students will finish school 10% faster. And our health, if we get that into the high range, it'll consume less stamina, meaning 10% more time to work. So that combo is really powerful because it improves the performance of everything. So it's foolish to put it off, just like with education. And this is a really strong contender as well. If you go down to trade, our large trading post, if we could build this large trading post, we would have 4,500 weight capacity instead of the 1,500 that we have now. Now, the only thing we need is planks, which we have, and building kits, and 60 rope. We have 40 rope. With our last trade, we bought the materials in order to build the gold miner's cabin, which turns sand into gold dust, which sells for 90 silver each, which is a really good deal. But if we don't build this, all we need is 20 more rope and we could have a large trading post. Go ahead and let's pretend we're forming a caravan and buying some things. Herbs. Herbs are only 1 silver each. We could buy, I don't know, say 1,000 herbs. And how about this other item down here? Fuel. Say we bought 1,000 fuel. These items are really cheap, but what's holding us back is the weight limit. We free up the labor that needed to produce fuel and gathering herbs by hand. We're out of water again. Let's open up this well while we have. Are you guys working here or are you gathering? Sylvia's fetching water. Good. Spike, how about you? I thought you were a date farmer, Spike. Spike has 36 water, but Spike is gathering. So not only is he gathering, he's taking that 36 water in his backpack with him and not putting it into the fuel supply. This is like a major AI issue. And I brought it up before, but I don't know that the devs agree that this is a problem. I think it is though. But where were we? So in order, if we freed up all of the workers that we spend on like gathering fuel and herbs, we could have them mining silver. Now silver ore, just on its own, we could get 31 silver from Mao for just a plain silver ore, or we could use our mint and it becomes 40 silver. If we go a step further and produce goblets, we could get like 75 or 90 silver per ore. So instead of having people mine coal, we should have them mine silver, and we would get a lot more for that labor. And all that means that we would want a bigger carrying capacity from our caravans in order to do that. So that is what I'm thinking. Oh, and we also have a great harvest because look how, well, let's get everybody back on their fields. Let's close this down and close down this water. Get 12 people on that and 4 people on the flax. So that is what I'm considering, and I think we're going to go ahead and wait until we get this ship comes in, and then we'll decide, I think, right? Does that sound good? Like I said, the agriculture route really isn't a consideration, just because it's just not as impactful. And in order to get that trading, we would need to spend a point on the large trading post and a point in knitting in order to make the 20 rope that we're short. So that would be 2 points. Probably 2 points well spent. We also need to get our deep mine. We bought the mats to put in a deep mine. And that we want because we want to be mining silver over here. Silver over here, and if we put in a deep mine, then we can have that dedicated to coal. So we want that. Let's see, we need somebody. Actually, we need fuel for the winter, so it's all fun to produce some silver, but let's get some coal instead. And who are we gonna have this? We want an educated person here. I guess it can wait. We need cut stone for our bathhouse. I think the answer is obviously we'll do both, right? I mean, to get that 4,500 carrying capacity for a trading post, let's do it. And let's get our deep mine, and then we'll just move on to health and happiness. But it's clear that what we would do in like a new game, the very first thing that we would do is we would unlock silver and then just play the game as usual. We would mine silver until we had, I don't know, like 60, 70 silver saved up. And then we would use that silver to trade for the materials that we would need to build our mint, so we could start printing coins without any risk, no death, no need to send off a caravan, and we'd still increase our money. And I guess we would also buy the mats for our trading post. And let's see, we have an event, autumn excursion. Oh, this is amazing. We're going to the riverside. Confirm. 10 scarecrows. Yes. That is awesome. We were holding back these scarecrows for, more permanent fields because they're so expensive. But now we have 11, so I'm just going to plop one right in here. And anything we plant in here will get 30% more. And yeah, 30%. Oh. Well, once we get them in our inventory, we'll get 30% more of those. That is really good. I'm very happy about that. And we should have a ship coming. Do we want to tear down this caravan? We kind of do, but that would cost if we wanted to get the materials back. How much did we spend to build that? Small trading post cost 60 wood. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe we just butt this up against this one, but I kind of wanted it right here. Well, I guess we could put it right here, right? 60 planks we have, 40 building kits we have. The only thing we're short is 20 rope. Okay, and our farms are done. So that is good. Let's close. Oh, these ones aren't. Let's open up some more spots so we can get this full harvest. Yeah, that's good. And We'll wait a minute until this is done, and then we'll go and put everybody back so they get the best houses. Speaking of which, nice. Karina, you are going to be a water fetcher. Which is good. So now we need somebody on the mint. Do we still have silver ore? We do. Well, again, let's hold off on that. Oh, let's speed this up 10 times speed. Get your crops in. And how many points do we have? We're shortly going to have 4 points. And that was a ton. Let's unlock this textile mill because we need to produce some linen in order to put in our bathhouse. And here comes our trading ship. Before I spend money on not money, before I spend a point on rope, I'm going to see what this ship has, because maybe we can just buy 20 rope if they have it, and that would save us a tech point, which is pretty big. So that's what we're doing there. And let's put in our deep mine, and we have all these spots already earmarked over here, I think. Yep, in you go. Let's finish up the road here. Sure. And let's get somebody in our cut stone. And what do we need for our bathhouse? 40. Which, yeah. 40 for that. And we are short stone, so let's start gathering with our other people. Yes, yes. Maybe we need some iron too. Let's hide all these trees. Let's bring that in and that in. And how are we doing for lumber? Not great. Let's gather all from right up here. Yes, that is good. This is closed, this is closed. Let's put somebody back in our pasture and our geese. Where else did we rob people from? I'm not sure, but do we have dates yet? We do, 424. Wow, that's pretty good, right? Let's start producing anisette, and let's ban spirits. So go into stock management, alcohol. We'll ban those, and everyone will be drinking anisette, which seems like a good deal to me. And the reason why we want to ban that is because when people go out and harvest stuff, if they get cold, they'll drink, and I don't really want them to. And what are we short over here? Yeah, the rope. Let's see what this ship has. We'll see if this building this dock paid off for us. We have 7,961 coins. Come on, ship, you can do it. Okay, and we're going to pause just so we have enough time. And do we have any rope? No rope, but soybean seeds. I think it's crazy not to get that, right? Yeah, we're going to buy that soybean seed. This is the highest producing crop in the game, and a new faction bonus right here is tofu using soybeans and water. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know, is it, I don't know what kind of food that is. I've never produced it, but it is probably pretty good. Tofu. Tofu is a simple food, so it would probably have a 20 food value versus 10, and it wouldn't make people unhealthy eating it. Yeah, for sure we need the tofu seed, or the soybean seed rather. What else do we have here? regular sand. Now we could change 10 sand into 90 silver. Do we want to buy this? But we just used the building kits that we were going to buy, that we were going to use for the gold miner's cabin. Yeah, but this is, we're trading point and we want to turn a profit, and our main goal is really to trade as much as possible. So yeah, let's buy this 666 sand for 10 gold each, and we can turn that 10 gold investment in sand. No, wait, is that 20 gold? We could turn that 20 gold investment into 90 gold, so a profit of 70 silver. Yeah, so let's buy the sand. We're gonna buy the soybeans. Really lucky to get that. And what else do we need? What else not do we need? We need everything. What else makes sense to buy? We're spending 3,032 of our seeds. If we got 50 lanterns over here, we could increase the production of our mine by 10%. 5,000 gold. We can produce coal or silver 10% faster. We'll invest in this sand, and we can just flip that and turn a profit. And we got the soybean seeds. What else here? This toolkit is pretty nice, but at 60 silver, I think that's too much. That would be for 3,000 gold. We wouldn't even have enough. Okay, so that's what we're gonna buy. We're spending 5,082 silver. The bad thing about spending silver buying things from the ship is that it's not gonna get us any faction rewards. But that's all right. Okay, so let's, we bought that. Let's open our dock. Let's change our production. The rice was, we got 2,643 rice, which is not bad. We're gonna change this to beans, soybeans. Very lucky to get that. And now that we know the ship does not have rope, we really need to get that rope now. So we can go processing, knitting. And where are we gonna put this? Really anywhere will do. Let's just put it right over here for now. There you go. We're gonna increase the priority on that. Do we have enough wood for it? Not really. Are we producing coal over here? We're producing coal. We don't have wood. We don't have much stone or iron. All of the things we need. And we're not producing any coins. So let's get somebody in our mint. There we go. And yeah. Yes, it's all coming along perfectly. Very happy about this. We'll get our whatever, textile mill. So now we still have 2 points left, even after going for this trading post, right? Oh, look at this. Efficiency of processing structures by 20%. That means our mint is going to do more, right? Yeah. Processing, no doubt. Who cares about fruit? Thanks, Anna. Welcome to Trading Point. You fit in perfectly here. So we're just waiting on the rope. How much stone do we have here? Do you know what? If we got material recycling, let's get this. We can tear down this stockpile and we'll get a bunch, I don't know, I think it's like a 30 cut stone from this. And then plus the 15 that we have here, that'll be enough for our bathhouse. And we can also get the materials back from our trading post over here. Which means, do we want to put our... No, let's just leave it right there. That's fine. Let's put in another stockpile. And we're doing 6x5s because those will eventually be sellers. And what else can we build? Let's build this big well over here. How about our houses? Let's get these unpaused. We want to keep up on housing. Oh yeah, we need a ton of housing. 2 people want houses. Plus we have 7 people in this boarding house. Where else could we use some people? Honestly, over here. Let's put 2 more houses over here. Good, good. So, yeah, we're doing well. So we have, now let's unlock soap, and then the next one will be the bathhouse. Do we have, our textile mill is being built right now. We're finally on top of the water, 828 versus like 462. And these will just keep going up in, I wonder if the water gets affected by that processing. That would be pretty amazing, right? That'd be 20% more water. And 2 people want houses, and fuel reserves are low. Are they really low? Not really. They just need to empty their bags. Okay, and here we go. Now we have linen, please. Process that. And we're waiting on a couple reeds over here. I don't know, guys. I think this is going really well. Now, we had that, like, amazing... like, we really took advantage of all of that free crap that kept floating down the river. Oh, here's a bear. Calm it and send it home. And now we have 2 groups of vital chickens are on the map somewhere. Maybe we'll get some more tiers. Speaking of which, should we open everything back up? We did. Our materials are okay. Let's stop tracking spirits and start tracking anisette. There we go. That makes sense. Tools, let's stop tracking all of them and only do iron. Because if we get some steel tools or like the toolkits, we don't want them included in that total. And it's February already, which means it's time to put people back in the farms. Not fun. Not fun at all. And we're waiting on the 20 rope to send out a caravan. Our dock is done, and it's March. Well, here's the good thing. We don't need any flax. So it's just soybeans we have to do, right? And yeah, let's close down our hunter and our forester. 10 people, it's plenty. In fact, let's do 9 people to keep somebody in reserve here. Well, wait. Let's get one of these uneducated people out there. Okay, that is good. Very happy about that. Here we are. We're just waiting for our knitting workshop. And of course we would have the uneducated person there because I'm not thinking. And we have 80 textiles. Let's undo that and let's put Neil over here as well. Get to working on some rope, guys. Oh, very exciting. And now, as soon as we get this trading post, we have a big, we'll have, what, 4,500 rooms? So obviously we're going to go ahead and get some, we'll buy some firewood, we'll buy some herbs, and we'll take care of all that kind of mundane stuff. And then we'll have enough room to buy, I don't know, like books, We'll buy the materials that we want for the theater. What else should we buy? We should buy the printing press, the materials for the printing press. Excuse me, the printing factory. And what else? Oh, we are absolutely going to unlock level 3 faction with Rania. So we're going to want to buy the materials for a gem mine. So much good stuff. Yeah, we're going to do that as soon as we're able to. And they produced 28 rope already. I think that is enough. Yeah, we only needed 20. Let's shut them down over here too. We don't need that. Yeah, we'll save our flax and then we don't have to worry about growing anymore. Although actually, you know what? Linen, when we get, let's do linen. When we get level 3 with Rania, it's going to unlock the custom tailor and we can make down jackets out of 5 linen versus 5 leather and 5 wool. So yeah, we'll definitely want to do that. Perhaps. And how are you guys doing over here with the soybeans? And there's a tech point. So there's a bathhouse. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this field. We'll put our people back on their jobs. And how are we doing on builders? Maybe one more builder to help out? And are we gathering anything else for our unemployed? We are not, and we should be. You know what, do we want to get this big pasture open? I'm not sure. It's 400 wood. That is such a huge investment. Let's gather all from over here. Seems like a good deal. And we have to have these people still producing coal, but we really want to get the silver coming back in too. Yeah, all in all, I'm very happy with this decision that we did. I mean, what is it? Health and happiness is king, right? Above all else, that's going to help us the most. But we're playing trading point, and the point is trading. So we've made some strides towards that. We bought some materials that we can flip for more money, and we are going all in here. We have our dock, our large trading post. It's very exciting. How are our soybeans doing? 54%, not great. So we have soybeans, which are the highest producing crop in the game, on a fertile area of the map, which gives a 100% bonus, plus a scarecrow. If we can get this harvested, this whole entire field harvested, that's going to be a lot of food, an absolute ton. Which means we might be able to alternate this field. Instead of producing a food crop every year, we might be able to do like food flax back and forth. Well, you know, I'm going to leave them. It doesn't hurt to have people. They're not keeping up with even this 40. Let's open up another. Let's not open up another one. Let's raise our tools to 100 iron tools because I don't want anyone to stop producing them. And let's do our clothes. Let's do 100 as well. Oh, we have people over here in water. Get out of there. It's not your job. Okay, now that we have that well over there, which we want for fire protection, we're going to go ahead and demolish this well. And how are we doing on water? Well, it's not a good comparison because every time I queue up something for them to chop down, they stop working on the water and go do that. So it'd be nice when we're done with that. I wouldn't not mind some immigrants coming. What is it, July? Let's get people back to work on the fields. And then as soon as this crop comes in, we're trading. Should we get more people? I think we should. And now let's pick out all of the people who are uneducated, because they'll harvest 20% less food for us. I don't want 20% less. I want 100%. Here we go. So this is actually going to be perfect timing. Our crop is coming in, and as soon as that's done, we'll have the people to send out for a trade, and we have a massive 4,500 carrying capacity. So we can buy pretty much everything we want. We also have a ton of stuff that we can sell. The last of all of our New Year freebies we'll sell. Oh, and I forgot, we bought 50 lanterns for that mine over there. It's good, good. All coming together. Now, why am I gathering plants? We're going to buy herbs. We have plenty of food. We do not need all of these people on water. So let's reduce that. And in fact, let's open this spot. We don't want to overproduce. If we're overproducing something, that means that we're not producing enough of something else. Do you know what I mean? Like it's taking away from something else that we could producing. 367 so far this year. Let's assign, let's make Lorena and Spike farmers. To max out this soybean field. And let's see how much crops we get from this. So far, we got a lot of timber, goose, and feathers. Going up. 1997. Oh, you're kidding me. It's only September. I can't believe we're going to lose our crop. Oh well. There goes that plan, right? Even though we lost like a good, I don't know, 2/3 of this field, we still got 2,285 soybeans, so that was good. Okay, you're out of there. Let's put somebody back on our farm fields. Let's open up the important stuff first. We want foresters, then farm fields, then pastures, then hunters, and that leaves 6 people. We're out of silver. So there we go. And I guess we need 7 people to trade, because this is going to be such a huge such a high dollar amount caravan. We want a good 7 people. That way it reduces our risk of death, which is important. Yes, yes. We have houses being built. Oh, and we have a crate coming by. Those take 10 nets, but I usually don't bother with them because the reward isn't that great, and I think there's a chance to, I don't know, either people get sick, some kind of negative buff I've had from those before, so I don't usually bother with them because the risk isn't worth the reward that you get. And here we go. I am going to shuffle our employees, our laborers around, so we have all of our uneducated people available to go on our caravan. And I will bring you back because it is, it takes a while to put all this together. Okay, here we are. We are ready. We're selling all of the New Year things plus some feathers. So not much that we've produced on our own, but we will have gotten rid of all of these New Year gifts. So I'm happy about that. And we are buying a lot. We're buying 1,000 herbs. We're buying 1,000 domestic fuel. Coal is better than domestic fuel. I think it's twice as efficient. But domestic fuel is only one weight, so this is fine. Plus we're buying the mats that we need, the brick and maybe glass that we need in order to build our theater. And we're also buying the mats to build a gem mine. And then we have 525 paper and 525 ink, which is much cheaper. So that's what, like $18 a book instead of, I don't know, like 27. And we'll go ahead and make our own books for our education. So really happy with all of the purchases that we made. We have a 2.61% risk of death, and this is going to take a little over a year. We're trading with Rania, of course, regardless of prices, just to get the faction points. So yeah, happy with that. We're buying insurance, which is costing us 713 silver, but that's fine. Go and good luck. Don't die. It's going to take them a few minutes to get situated, but we do have all of the important trade proficiencies, so we're earning more rep than we otherwise might. We have the superior insurance, which from what I've seen in my testing was like 80% of the value of the caravan, but the trades have been updated so much, and we are playing on the experimental branch of the game where there was a whole bunch of, I just missed whatever came up there. There was a whole bunch of adjusted this and not adjusted this, like vague balancing, rebalancing terms, but I have no idea how much or how little things actually changed because they didn't specify. So yeah, is what it is there. And we have our deep mine being built, and yeah, we can build our bathhouse. Let's put that in. And we're still using our cardinal point layout here, so which is a good one, because no matter where we put houses, anywhere that we can put houses, they're all going to be covered by these buildings, which is what we want. And yeah, there we go. Let's take everybody out of this mine, move 5 people into this one. Let's go ahead and use the lanterns that we purchased. And this, remodel the structure with lanterns to improve the lighting of the working environment so miners and quarrymen could dig deeper, thus improving the work efficiency. This gives them a 10% increase, which is worth it because this is a permanent mine. So it was worth the investment for sure. And these 5 people can start producing some coal for us. And over here, who do we have left? Well, let's just open this up and no, let's adjust this. Let's do 3 for coal, and let's do silver on this side, and we'll do 3 for silver. So silver and coal, and then as soon as we have a little bit of a stockpile of silver, we'll open up our mint again and get printing some coins. I like it. We have a lot of people out of housing, out of fuel. So, let's change that. 5 people on coal, 1 person on silver. We are playing on extreme, and we do not want a big death wave. So, yeah. Oh, and our caravan is off already. Do good things. I hope they make it. What do you think? Do we want to end the episode here, or do we want to wait until everyone gets back? It's a pretty long episode already. And it's going to be a year. Nothing is on the horizon. Oh, immigrants are coming. Very nice. You know what? I say we keep playing. That way, if there's a bunch of stuff that I cut out of this, it'll be shorter. But we'll give it a little bit longer and see if we can't get the caravan closer to coming home. A year goes by pretty fast. I mean, kinda. Do we have any coal? Come on, guys. Do better. I'm looking at all of these houses without fuel. Like, it's not good. Time for a harvest again. That's tough. I don't want to take... Well, I guess I could remove people from... No, none of these houses have fuel. So that is not a good plan. Guess what, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, I guess we'll do 8 people. We'll do the hunters. We'll do the hunters. We'll do the forester. Oh! Event, shooting star. If we pray for agriculture, they'll give us a random seed, which could be really good. What if we got a cotton seed? That would be amazing. But if we pray for trading, we're just going to get 5,000 silver. So, yeah, let's pray for trading. Thanks. Very nice reward there. Of course, a seed costs so much more, so it's potentially the better option. But it's really such a gamble. You never know what you'll get. You know, like a box of chocolates. Okay, let me shut up. Maybe I should have ended the episode. Obviously, I'm getting delirious here. Okay, so how many we have 8 people. Let's reserve 1 person, just in case our teacher dies. We do not want our school emptying out. We want all 9 of those people to be educated. Yeah. Our silver is, with 1 person is not doing great, but that's fine. We still have somebody on sand, which is good. I'm going to keep them there. Because I did buy 40 more building kits. I hope I remembered to. I did buy to replace the building kits we used on this. So, yeah. Then we could turn all of the sand that we get into the good stuff. Gold dust. Who doesn't like some gold dust, right? And could we get 9 fuel? I guess it's because we're building all these houses too, which we need to keep doing, by the way. So where are we at? Where do we want more people? We kind of have these people over here, so I don't think, and we might not even need to open that field much. But let's put another person over here for good measure. So let's build a house here. Yes. We'll put a house there. And then I think we need, let's put a house over here for pasture workers. And then I think we need houses over here for our mines, for sure. So, yeah. Let's put a house here. And a house here. And that is a lot. That is a lot when we don't have much in the way of fuel. We have 8. It's fine. It's all good. And here's where you sit and you look at this farm and you think, boy, it'd be really nice to have that 100% farming efficiency. But it is what it is. And we have a nice fat stack of cash to spend on this ship that should be coming in. Here you are. You could go faster than that guy. I wonder if we straightened out the river, whether this ship would come faster, because it's sailing pretty good. And then it kind of gets hung up a little bit and slows down on the corners. Or is that my imagination? Oh, I'm kind of stuck there. That might be my imagination. Are you guys done yet? We do have 150 wood though, which is kind of nice. I don't know where we're getting that from. But our stone and iron is not great. Are you guys finished? Let's close that and let us use these people to bring in both. We still don't have a cemetery, which I'm really not that worried about, if you couldn't tell. But we also need to get a bridge so we can get some of this easy to gather stuff. But where would be the best place to gather from? I don't know. Come up here. No. Come over here near home. Near your farm field. Yes. There you go. Take care of that. 186 days left. 185 days left. The suspense. There's no reason to limit this. I mean, well, obviously we could limit it if we didn't want to spend the water or whatnot, but yeah, I would rather them just work until they run out of materials. And here's our ship. So exciting. I do like this game. I know a couple of you picked it up. Is anyone enjoying it, or are you kind of done with it? Honestly, I'd probably be done with it if I wasn't doing this this playthrough. Yeah, but I like it. Oh, look, we have herbs. Well, it'd be foolish not to buy them, right? So we have herbs. That is always a good buy. We have beer, which is a good buy, except we have a pretty good supply of assets, so I don't think we're going to waste the money. Any money that we spend on this ship means that we are not, we're not getting faction points for that. But do we go all in on the sand? I think we do. We could also turn a profit on this silver ore. If we were making jewelry, we'd make a pretty decent profit, and it might be worth buying. But we'd also be able to turn this into 40 silver. So a 10 silver profit right now, I mean, that wouldn't be like a small thing. But yeah, I don't think it's worth to spend all that money and lose the faction points that we could possibly get. But the sand, I do think that is worth it. So yeah, we are absolutely going to purchase the sand. And I think it would be foolish not to purchase these herbs. So, because we're not producing the herbs ourselves, and we won't be for a long time. So yeah, 36. Yes, please. And yeah, that's good. We're not even going to bother to open up the dock to get this stuff out of there. We'll wait until we either need it or have more people. How are we doing over here? It is July and it's only 60% ripe. I kind of think that we should open this up anyway. Let's open that up. And what do we have going on here? We're finally starting to bring in coal. which is good. I don't think this is enough people. What is it, 73 degrees? You know what, let's just be, I don't want to close anything else down, so instead of closing it down, I'm just going to start the harvest earlier. And I don't know, hopefully we'll still get a good amount of food. We're really not hurting for food, so yeah, it's fine. It feels bad not to get a full harvest, but as long as we have enough food, that's really all that matters, right? I think so. So yeah. Do we want to, you know, we could close up this lake over here and put some land there. I might play around with that a little bit off camera. Save it, use the dig tools and whatnot, and see how that goes. How are we doing? Our caravan is still alive, so hopefully that means good things. 91 days left. It's getting close. We have immigrants coming. I guess the next episode is going to be really set us up. We have immigrants coming. We can form a second caravan, which is really, I mean, that's overkill for us right now because we're not really producing anything. But really nice to have the option to send out another caravan to bring something home, especially if it was just like a small group of people. They could go pretty fast. So I like that. And is this our first disaster? We're getting a flood. I really don't know if this is our first disaster or not. We're getting a flood, so we're gonna want to make sure that we get another. How much did we lose? More than last year. It is what it is, though. Okay, let's close you up. Good job. And let's open back up our forester. Let's open up our hunters. Very nice. We have the boarding house empty out, which I'm happy to see. Do we have enough? Not really. Who do we have? Oh, we only have one person left. Okay. We still have empty houses that are not being fueled, which is not good. Let's toggle this off and see if that shakes loose any coal. I mean, we should have some, you would think. 213 coal we mined. How much are we using? They have new maps. Did you guys see these? You can go into graph mode, which is so much nicer. So here we go. We can go to fuel, and let's see, last year we used 209 coal. And how much have we produced? And we produced 225 already this year. Well, I guess what that means is we needed more than 225. Just because that's the only thing we used doesn't mean that's all we needed, right? We probably were still falling short. Uh-oh, died of old age. Is that happening? And our caravan returned. That is amazing. So now we have, we reached a new faction, which we knew we would. We get, look how close, look how much we went into towards level 4 faction. That is pretty good. Of course, that wasn't on our own merits. That was all the freebies that we got. But I'm not going to complain about that. So now we have a dyeing mill available to us, a custom tailor, a gem mine. We have a ton of really good resources. So yeah, in the next episode, we're going to get all of that set up. We have immigrants coming, a flood. Good stuff is happening. But we are going to stop there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll leave a like if you did. If it was too long, let me know that as well. Yeah, your likes and comments are appreciated, and they matter. Also, consider subscribing if you're new. I'd love that too. But that's all for now. Hope to see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.